helter skelter. All right. Yeah, guys, just watch money board for a second. Part of what I was doing this weekend was trying to put together the schedule for what I like to call exam season, right? So I have you all today, right? I don't have any class for the rest, but I have a lot of planning to do, especially for my Form 6s, because their exam is the same day as your math exam. So I don't even know if I could have any class with them in May, because we beast in maths. Well, I'll show you the plan, right? Next week is the last week of school. So we have class as per usual. Mishka handled my maths class. So if you're wondering why I have no class where I supposed to have maths, because Mishka handled it. Right. Here what? Some of you are asking about the crash course. The work I'm going to be doing in the crash course, I've already done with you. So you all started the crash course already, right? So, but if you all have any friends who are interested in it, I do the 2 weeks in the Easter break. The first week, Monday to Thursday. The second week, Tuesday to Friday. And it's 10 to 12 and 1 to 3. And I have your usual days and times, right? We obviously not having class on Good Friday or Easter Monday. I was considering having class on the Friday, but I'm like, I'm going to give Ollie a break because after that week, Ollie in some pressure, right? The following week, right, so as we know, they put elections for the 28th of April here, but I have in class as per usual. Let me just let them know here. Hey, I clicked it. Hey, good afternoon, Noah. How you doing? Just kind of running through the plan for the next month. This month, right? Right. And then I'm having what I call an emergency crash course here, right up until the exam. As you can see, I have you all booked like right after the Wednesday. Like this is an extra day. I might take that out if anything, unless you all really, really want it. Oh, there's Mandeep. All right. Hey, afternoon, Mandeep. How you doing? Yeah, spoke to him once yesterday just to confirm the plan. Marcus, what's going on? Right, good to have you on. Is Yuri, good afternoon. All right. And Aliana, afternoon. Mandeep, what vibes? All right. Hey guys, so I have you all kind of booked up on the evenings, but I had to see how that time. I might not have this emergency crash course because I'd prefer to have you all early in the day on the Saturday and Sunday. Anybody like going lessons for studying for English A on the Monday? Anybody? No? All right, cool. Right. So that exam is like 2.5 hours. Hey, Avinash, good afternoon. Yeah. So you all finish by like about 11:30. So see if you could get here for 1 o'clock now. And we could be so the rest of the day, unless you prefer to do like for SCA, the advisor, and give them the day before off. So like, all right, for my stepson now. You know, so yeah, and then PoA is 3 hours. It's one of the longest CSEC exams. So you'll be booked from 9 to 12. So I do expect anybody to come for 1 o'clock. That's a little too unrealistic. So we'll start at 4. Unless you want to come for 3, in which case we'll start from that time. And maybe finish a little early. But as you can see, I'll book up everything. But I mean, if anybody doing EDPM or French or TD or HSB, you do your thing, right? I just have in class for whoever could come, right? And of course, you see the advanced book up there. But that, of course, do concern most of y'all. Avinash, the formula is for what? Maths or PoA? This PoA class. Maths a little later. But you're welcome to stay if you want to just take a look, right? Anyhow, but the tip or the advice for not remembering formulas is you had to write them out. Every time you do a question, write them out. I'm going to create your own formula sheet and just take 1 or 2 at a time. You know, but it takes time. It takes time to build up your memory. All right. But you could go on TikTok and go on Study Talk or Learn Talk, and they have lots of tips and tricks to remember stuff. Right. Yeah. And after that, I think we have the maths paper 1 down here. With the PoA paper 1. PoA paper 1. I put that in. I didn't put that in. Add maths paper 1 here. Okay. Somehow I forget to put in the PoA paper 1. No, look at here. On the 20th of May. Right. So I seen some bio and IT and econ. So they kind of clog it up. Right. So of course, I'll make time available for you all as soon as you all want, right? And I know not everybody, I don't know anybody here doing that maths? No? Right. So Geo, I saw some doing Geo. No? Chem? History? Right. Okay. So 1 or 2 of you all have some exams that week. So, but again, If you want to start earlier that week, that's fine. We could do as much multiple choice as you want. If you prefer to just get access to the replays that I've done already, you could let me know. We could sort that out early. All right. Anyhow, enough of that. So that's basically the plan, guys. I mean, things might change, but they mightn't change significantly. If they do, I will let you know. Right. When I somehow miraculously finish doing a flyer, but ChatGPT give me a couple of flyers. With them. This one. Yeah. So this is from ChatGPT. Oh, it appears we don't support this file. A PNG, really? Wow. Okay, I downloaded thing. Oh, it was only 1 kilobyte. Oh, anyhow, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so that's about it in terms of the plan for the rest of the month and for next month as well. But as you can see, the exam is pretty early. So yeah, so we don't. So as of yesterday, I had exactly 5 weeks. So today I have 5 weeks less 1 day. Right. So let's jump into something kind of easy because I know we just had a long weekend. I know some of y'all were pretty busy doing different things. I was busy too, so I had a little tired still. But we have work to do. So let me do the work now. So what I want to do is actually I want to do some cash book stuff today. There's some easy stuff to kind of ease us through it. And there's a question from the 2024 exam I want to go through as well, I believe. Right. Cash book. Why can I not see what I want to see? Post 2015, right? So 2015 and 2024, right? So I have a couple. Obviously, we can't do all, but I mean, I'll send you guys the PDF so you all could do whichever ones you want, and you could always let me know, and I'll send you the solution. That's not a problem. All right. Sorry, one second. Okay, so I'll put it in chronological. Okay, so I want to start from the back of it. Norton. Excuse. Hello. Go away. Right. Yeah. So May, June 2023 and 2024 had a cash book. 2023 was a kind of weird one. But so let's start with the 2024. This looks like a short one, right? So I'll print this off everybody and I'll send in the chat as well. But I can't send it from this computer. I'll have to go across there. Right, so let me just select that. If the pages will open, that'd be great. Yeah, so they're on your laptop. It's supposed to have good memory, but it's not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'll do 7 copies. 8 could be good. Yeah, that's not bad. Wow, I think we're in real slow today, boy. So no, we're not using this one. This one. No, don't rotate. All right, so while that happening, Google Meet, I'm going to send you guys something in WhatsApp, which is this file. Right. As you can see with some of the like kind of blue purplish spaces, whatever we're gonna call it, those are fillable, so you can open them in a PDF reader and type directly into them. Right. So I just sent it to you. We'll be working from most of those. Right. What we'll be working, we'll come from there. And maybe one other question I will send. All right. So let's put that back up on the screen. Not what I wanted to do. Right. Maybe we could go a little closer than that. That should be visible, legible enough. Yeah, that look good. Okay, cool. All right. So those in class, your printouts coming just now. Let me see. On 1 November, John had cash in hand. The business had a bank overdraft. Aha. All right. How do we classify? Generally, how do we classify cash and bank? How do we classify cash and bank? What type of balance do assets have? And in this case here, in the second line, how do we classify Right. So when we starting this off, you're going to put those balances, right? So the cash will go on the debit side, the bank will go on the credit side. Okay, let's take a little read through the transaction. So sales by check. So remember, your cash book shows all of the inflows and outflows of cash and checks, all of the receipts, inflows, and payments, outflows, right? Now, based on the double entry rules, how do we, when money comes in, as in like if somebody pays you money or you receive money, your money goes up, so your asset is increasing. How do you record an increase in an asset, with a debit or a credit? With a debit, right? So any increases will go on the debit side. And similarly, any payments, if you pay money to somebody, the amount of money you have decreases. You have less money than before. So how do we therefore record a decrease in an asset? With a credit. Very good, right? So for example here, on the 4th of November, right? Sales by check total this. So if you make sales, are you getting money or are you spending money? You're getting money. So on what side of the cash book will that go? Debit or credit? Go on the debit side. So it'll say sales in the details column, and you'll put 2635 on the. So check affects which one? Bank or cash? Yes, Nick. Very good. Bank, right? So under the bank column on the debit side, you'll put 2635. Right. Now this one, it says pay the following accounts. So if we paid them, right, by check, right, L. Smith and K. Peters, right, that'll go on what side? On the credit side, because they're payments and they go on the credit side. Now, when it says 5% discount by check, right? So we paid them off. So we have to find 5% of the 840 and subtract it. Very good. Credit side is very good. Yes, correct. So you'll find 5% of the 840 and subtract. Now that doesn't just disappear. There will be a discount allowed column. Sorry, discount received, and you'll put it there. Hey, good afternoon, Matthias. How are you doing, man? Right. And then the net figure, so 840, 5% of 840 is 120th, that is $42. So 798. So 42 will go here, and 798 will go on the back. All right. Okay. All right. So everything here seems like it's going to go in the cash book. There don't seem to be any transactions that do not go in the cash book, because they've been doing that since 2015 come forward. Huh? Somebody is? Some cash book and journal questions today. All right, so we're taking a little easy walkthrough. All right. Yeah, guys. So it says using the form provided on page 5, prepare the 3-column cash book, balance the cash book at month end, and bring the balances down, and total the discount columns. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, and let's see if we could go in some more now. Okay, so that's a little too much. So we had to do like a 180. All right. Okay, cool. So that's as big as I could go without sacrificing details. Right. So on 1st November, right. So you're gonna open the cash book, put the balance on the appropriate side, enter the transactions, and balance it out. Right. Now it's 15 marks for this item. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So yeah, you get about, and then 10, 11, 12. So I think about 12 marks will go for the entering of the balances and the transactions with the discounts, of course. And the next 3 marks will come from your balancing off and your totaling of the discount columns, right? So even if you can't make it all the way, you can still get most of the marks. All right, so please go ahead and start. All right. And then I'll give you about 10 to 12 minutes to sort that out. Let me just answer a couple of parents here. I'm hearing some beeping outside. No. And of course, those online, don't forget you can send me pics of your work. Right? Oh, thanks, Jada, for sharing the live. Ooh, 12 people online. Boy. Wow. Leading lady Shana Green. Yeah. Mr. John gave the business that by check which should be repaid. So if there's a time frame on it, that implies it's a loan. Yeah. Hmm? In the loan account, yeah. But because whether it's a loan or capital introduced, right? Once money is coming into the business, the money is increasing. Yeah, Nick. As a debit. That's correct, Nick. Good job. On? Okay. I'll give you a few minutes again and I'll starting. But of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. That's cool. Hey, Miri, how you doing? That message you did, right? After. So class is 6 Like, yeah. I know it's not. Let me just open a file real quick. I'm gonna put back up the PDF just now. Just wanted to open a file and copy and paste. Farnham, it's Farnham. Farnham, Clown. Put that down. Hey Jordan, afternoon. How you doing? Good to have you on. Yeah, no worries. I understand technical difficulties very well. How are you? How was your long weekend? Good. All right. Glad to hear that. Hey Marcus, I'll check it just now. Right? Is you here, Jordan? Here, Judith. Let's see. No worries. No worries. Liam, mom said he was ill. Logan, medicine. Andy say Marcus is in Matthias. Noah, Nyla, Olivia, what is he replays? Pages, Jessica, Shiraz, what is he replays? Celia, say Teresa, get them on a Wednesday. Right, okay. So, if they're not here by now, I'm going to put them. Okay, and Aisha, not in Aisha. Yeah, I think some people are still dealing with SBAs and projects in school and that kind of stuff, right? Right. Yeah, Alexis, we just doing some easy stuff today as is after the long weekend and people still kind of recovering, including myself. So this is the 2024 cash book question. We will also take a look at the 2023 one and then the 2025 January. Age, yeah, Domino's. All right, cool. All right. Yo. Yeah, no problem. Not April. Hey Tasha, awesome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, cool. Yeah, guys. So let me starting. Actually, just now. I said I'll give you until 5, and it's like 4:58. So I kind of chomping a little bit because I know we were a little late, so I don't want to shortchange on you today. Seeing as we have less than 5 weeks till the exam. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't do today. Drink coffee. I don't know. No, we well maybe, but we had a rough night with the kids last night. All right, guys. Sorry, again sidetrack. Let me do this thing because okay, let's change that to 2023, and we are in November, right? On a morning, an hour of TikTok time. So I need like an hour of just like. All right, just hold on. Hold that thought. Let me start here, right? All right, is it too small? Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. We'll lose some money vertical, but that's all right. We'll get back. All right, okay. So on November 1st, 2023, John Enterprises had cash in hand of 1475. Okay, cool. So what? Do yourself. So November, balance brought down 1475. Okay, cool. And on the same day, also on the same date, all right, so 1st November, the overdraft goes on the credit side because it's a liability, right? And liabilities have credit balances. Okay, cool. You know what? Maybe we could just do that because we only had to see one transaction at a time, right? Okay, sales by check. So of course, if you make sales, you're getting money. Money's coming in. Your asset is increasing. We record increases on the debit side. Now, the other hack you could use is your credit where it's coming from, your debit where it's going, right? So money's coming from sales and going to bank because it says sales by check. So your debit where it's going. How I like to enter information into your accounts and in the cash book is going right to left. So I put, to me, the most important thing, hey, how much money? Right, where it come from? Cool, when it happened? Boom, right. So I go this way because to me, that's a more logical progression. Somebody say, no, you have to put when it happened, what happened, and how much. Like, all right, cool, you like that? You do you. When you write it down, CXC not going to know what order you write it down in. So whatever works for you and makes sense to you, you do. Once you put the correct thing in the correct place, you're good to go. Okay, next. Right, pay the following accounts, less a 5% discount by check. Okay, so if we are paying, that goes on the credit side because your credit where the money is coming from. It's coming from bank. So so in this case, I'll put this one first. So on the 10th, right, we pay into L Smith. Okay, cool. So we're paying 840 minus 5% of 840. Right? In other words, 95% of 840. So 798, right? And the discount is the difference. You could just put 840 minus that, or you could put 0.05, 5% of 840, right there. And when you add 42 and 798 together, you get back 840. All right, cool. And don't forget K Peters, right? So on the same 10th, K dot Peters, that's what you're paying. Right, so it's 920 by 95%, and that's equal to 920 by 5%, right? No, you have to put dollars. You have to put dollars. Yeah. Yeah. Once the column heading is dollars, that's what you have to put down there. All right, cool. Okay, next we have B French paid 1,900 in cash in full settlement of his account of 2,000. So let's unpack that. B Smith is paying us. Okay, cool. So we're getting money in cash. So we're going to be going on the debit side under the cash column and put in how much? 1,900. Now it says in full settlement of his account of 2,000. What that means is that B French, sorry, owed us 2,000 and we agreed to accept 1,900. What's the difference between those two amounts? How do we account for it? Discount, right? We allowed the discount. Sorry. All right, so that's B French. Come on, man, Philip. All right, and that's on the 13th. The 11th, all right, cool. 16th, cash sales paid directly into bank. So how I like to think about this one, yeah, do you think? Is that basically the person pay with the bank card or the links card, not the credit card. That's a different story. There was a credit card receipts in a paper, I think within the last 5 years, and that was a whole different. Anyway, we'll get back to that. Right. Actually, I'll see if I can find it. Right now. Cash sales paid directly to the bank. So that goes on the debit side under the bank column, right? And of course, the money came from sales, and that was on the 16th of November. Okay, next. Mr. John, the owner, gave the business 3,000 by check, which must be repaid in 1 year's time. Okay. Now, there was a question. I think it was Paige who asked this, right? Does that mean it's capital or a loan? Now, it says it must be repaid in 1 year's time. That implies to me it's a loan, right? So what we're going to do, he did give us 3,000 by check. So bank is what's being affected. It's increasing. So we're going to go on the debit side. How much we got? 3,000. Where it came from? Loan from Mr. John. Oops, sorry. On what date? The 19th of November. Cool. Right. Next, right? The owner took 800 of the cash in hand to deposit into the business's bank. So they catch me there initially. It's once I say the owner took money, I say okay, drawings. But what it says, you had to read the whole thing. The owner took 800 of the cash in hand to deposit into the business's bank account. Okay, so that's a contra entry. So you're taking money out of cash, right? How much is coming out? 800, right? You put a C to acknowledge as a contra entry, and where's the money going? To the bank account. On what day? 27th. Hey, that's my stepson birthday, boy. All right, cool. Now, on the same 27th, right, money is going into bank, right? 800 going there. It came from cash. And you put a C to acknowledge as a contra entry. Right? And rent paid in cash total 1,540. So on the 30th, we paid rent to the amount of 1,540 in cash. Right. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I think, yeah, you have a couple extra things here. So that's about 12, maybe 13 marks there. Okay, so now we have to balance. All right. So what we're gonna do, let's get rid of a couple extra lines. I think we have a couple extra lines going on here. All right. Now the discount allowed column is simply added, right? As is the discount received, right? Those aren't balanced off, those are simply added together, right? Right, now with the cash, right, we have 33.75 in total coming in and 23.40 going out. So clearly we have less going out than coming in. So we still have money left in cash, right? So in the cash account, the balance is going to be carried down, right? Now you can put the carry down here. I've also seen it here, right? And of course, you put the difference between the 33.75 and the 23.40, which is 10.35, right? So you have 10.35 left in cash. Huh? Question? Okay. Now with bank, right, you have 75.60 coming in, and you have 27.97 kind of going out. Okay, so the balance is also going to be carried on from that side too. Okay, sorry. Right, so how do we find out how much money is left in the bank account? Simple. You find the difference between these two totals. So that's going to be equal to 75.60 minus the sum of, and you have 47.63. Right, and these totals are now the same, and you bring your balance down. Balance is, right, brought down, that, and that. Cool, right? And that is your May 2024 cash book question. All right. In class, people, have you any questions on the solution currently on the screen? Yeah. When you say you combine, what do you mean? Oh, so you put this together and this together? Right. So it might get only one mark because you only have one line item, as opposed to the 2 marks to 2 separate items. Because, you're supposed to do them separately. Because each of those will go to one separate account, right? Okay, right. Okay, and Google Meet. Right. If you guys are good with that, just kind of give me a quick G in the chat, please, and thanks. If you need me to re-explain any particular transaction, give me an R. Okay, cool. Let me see. All right, so 8 out of 10. All right, so not bad. So the next two, let me know when you get a chance. Right. So that's the May 2024 question. Right. Now I know I mentioned the Jan 2025. We'll get there. I want to take a look at the May 2023 question first. Right. Could go over the last part, Jesse done, as in how to balance off the accounts, Jesse. All right. So just balance off the accounts, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. I can't see them doing that, to be honest. I mean, maybe my cost a half mark, but I feel that would be ridiculous. Right? All right. Okay, cool. All right. So just to re-explain one more time. Right. So to balance off the account simply means to make this total, like, okay, so you have the cash column here on the debit side here and the cash on the credit side. Currently, their totals are different, right? The debit side shows the money coming in, the credit side shows the money going out. So if you had this total of 33.75 come in and you spent 23.40, you simply want to know how much is left. So all you have to do is subtract, right, the total money that came in and then subtract the total money that went out, right? So the 33.75 minus 23.40, boom, 10.35, right? And when you put that there, this total and this total are now equal, right? And the account is said to be in balance, right? Similarly for the bank, as you can see, when you add up these things, you get 75.60. That's all the money coming into bank. And then if you add up these three things here, you get 27.97. That's all the money kind of coming out, all right? So to figure out how much you have left, you find the difference, right? Now with bank, it could be negative, right? But here, clearly, we have more money coming in than money going out. So again, you just find difference, right? So 75.60 minus, the 27.97. Right, and you have 47.63. And that's it. So that helps, Jesse. All right, cool. Right. Lovely. Cool. Okay. So let's put this down. Okay. Sorry. Aaron. Okay. Right, yeah, so it's quite a few questions. All right, so I'm gonna have to probably kind of rotate that page. Hold on. Okay, so it's 4 pages. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Right, so 8 people. Right, so those on Google Meet, you will have this already in the chat. Just to pull up the correct page, right? It'll be down to the end. Clockwise 90. Yep, and before that, that's correct. Okay, so let's see if we could zoom in here. Can we go in more? 200. 200 a little too much now. Yeah, it's kind of it's a little too much. Is it? Okay, let's see if we could do like a 190. That'll bring it in a little bit more. All right, cool. All right, Nyluck is a computer consultant. She provided the following information about her cash book for the financial year ended 30th April 2023. Okay, so this question was actually, I've never seen them bring a cash book question like this ever. So they basically gave you the cash book fully filled out, and then they asked you questions about it. I'm not sure what's going on with them. This is, anyhow, let me just wait for that. So let's just take a look at some of the stuff that they were asking, right? If I, hold on, just now. New window. All right, so we're gonna put that one on top. Put this one below. All right, now clearly we won't be able to see the whole thing whole time, but I think that should be fine. We should be able to put that piece together, right? All right, I don't know why the printer be even like a quank. Printed one page. All right, cool. So, all right, so let's just kind of do this one on the fly, right? Let's just do it on the go, right? So, can I do a split on this one, boy? Where did it go? Right. I think we're good there. Okay, state the meaning of each of the balances on April 1st or 1st April 2023. Hey, that's about 2 years ago, boy. Right? So state the meaning of each balance. So, right, so young billionaire, there's an overdraft in the bank. That's correct, right? So the balance brought down in the cash column. What is the meaning of that? Yeah, you on the screen, guys? Thank you. Right. So what is the meaning of the balance brought down in the cash column? Yeah, that's great. That's the amount of cash on hand at start. This is the amount of cash on hand at the start of the month. Right? I'm not sure. Right. So in this case here, the balance brought on in the bank column. Now this is slightly different, right? Because it's on the credit side. We just saw a credit balance in the bank column in the previous question. It's an overdraft, right? That's correct. Right. So in the first one, right, that's that. So this shows that there is an overdraft in the bank. Or we have a bank here that a bank overdraft exists at the start of the month. All right. So that's the first two. I have a couple more to go. Yeah, a minute or so to copy that down if you're copying it down. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, B part one and part two. State whether NILOC consultancy services allowed or received discount of 1,500 April the 15th. Okay, gotta find the 15th of April. Hold on, we are NILOC. Yo, we are NILOC. Okay, cool, sorry. On the 15th, right? Okay, here we have O Morris, whatever, O something, right? Discount. So what side of the cash book is this? Debit or credit? Credit side. On the credit side, what do we record? Receipts or payments? Payments, money coming out. And when we are paying, we receive discount. All right, so this is discount received. And then state 2 reasons why the check from ADF PLC, ADF, boy, somebody's watching Netflix, boy. ADF PLC may have been dishonored on 9th of April 2023. So let's scroll back up now. Oh, you all ever watch that show? Okay. Anyhow, yeah. So a dishonored check. Why would a check be dishonored? What does that mean? When a check is dishonored, what does that mean? So they gave us a check, right? But the bank couldn't get the money from their account for different reasons, right? So one practical and simple reason is that the money just wasn't in the account, right? So sometimes instead of putting this on a check, they put NSF. Anybody know what NSF means? Not sufficient funds. Standard bill. Not enough money in the account. That's correct, right? So insufficient funds in the payee's account. Right. Another reason could be that the check wasn't signed or there was an error on the check. Right. So error on the check. Check wasn't signed. Signature issues, that's correct. Yeah. Stale dated check. I'll explain what that one means, right? So when you pay somebody with a check or somebody gives you a check, you have a time limit to deposit the check, right? Usually it's 6 months. In some cases, it's a year, right? If, for example, I got a check, let's say I was looking through my envelopes upstairs where people give me fees, and I found a check. I'm like, hey, look at this check. I forgot to cash this check, right? Or I forgot to deposit the check rather. And the date on the check was January 2024, right? That check would no longer be valid. It would no longer be active. I'd have to go to the person who gave me the check and say, hey, I forgot to put this check in my bank account. So could you just write me over a check? Right? So when a check is stale dated, it means that more than 6 months usually have passed and the check is no longer valid, right? So it's stale dated, right? But yeah, if an error on the check could be, let's say the figures didn't match in numbers. So let's say somebody wrote 1,800 and they had 18,000 instead, as in the figures, the numbers that are right. Because remember, on a check, you have to put both the number, as in the actual digits, and the amount of money being paid in words, right? So if the words don't match the figures, then the check wouldn't be honored. All right, cool. State the reason for the 2 entries on the 28th. On the 28th, we have money coming out of cash and going to bank, and money coming into bank from cash. What kind of entry is that? That is when money goes from cash to bank or vice versa. Contra entry. Okay, so let me just maximize a couple things. You can see what we have so far. Right, so we talked about A, right, the balances, and this was part B. All right, okay, Google Meet, just kind of give me a quick Genie chart to figure out the stuff we have so far, please and thanks. If, of course, you need me to re-explain, by all means. All right, cool. Okay, so I'll give you a minute or so to copy it down. Let's check something real quick. Or your brain. Nah, Shada. You gotta use your own brain, yo. I borrow mine. But technically, I'm giving it to Ole right now. Just I don't know how to use it. Yeah. Are you doing the exam this year? All right. I have a crash course coming up. I'm supposed to advertise since Monday. I put out nothing. But just so you know, it's only four. It's 8 days, 2 sessions, 2 hours each per day. So it's 16 sessions in all. So if you're interested, you can let me know. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so okay, so let us go back and split that screen again. So put that one back on top, so back below. Okay, it says calculate the percentage discount on April 2023. Sorry, on the 12th of April. And suggest a reason. Hold on, let's see if I could push it out. Is it still readable? It's just a little bit small. All right, cool. Is this keep or is this is CSEC? Right. Or you're in a tertiary education. Oh, is the syllabus used full for the exam? They can't possibly do it. They try, but then it's be a scattershot, very shallow exam. So no, the majority of what you learn probably will not come on the exam, depending on what you learn. Unless you have some kind of insight. Jesse, I'm talking to Jesse, by the way. Yeah, Jesse done. Shada, what tertiary institution, if you don't mind asking, what degree you pursuing? Is it an accounting degree or this business? All right. So they want the percentage discount on the 12th of April. Right, that's across here. Right. Suggest the reason why NILOC Consultancy had to refund K Lima on the 29th. And calculate the year. Okay, well, we had a scroll up for that yearly interest. Hold on, let me see. 10th. Oh no, you can see all three, right? So you can do all three questions there. Who this? Be good. Sorry, Bree. Just answering a question online. Well, on another platform there. Okay. So the percentage discount on the 12th of April. Let's take a look there, right? So 12th of April, right? So we have 5,000 and then 245. Now the 245 is the amount after the discount has been taken out. But the discount is calculated on the amount before, right? Oh, sure. Well, that's good to know. Right? Now, how do we find out the amount before the discount was taken out? All we have to do is add the discount back. Right? So 5. So if you add 5 and 245, what do we do? So let's see. So first of all, we have a 5,000 plus the 245,000. That'll give us what? 250. Right? And now what you were saying, Jen, will come into play here. Now to find the percentage discount, what we would do is we would take the discount figure, 5,000, we divide it by the pre-discount figure, 250, and multiply that by 100 over 1. Right? So 5 over 250 is 1 over 50. That's 2%. I teach maths as well. Yes, that's correct, Shada. Right. Okay. Now suggest the reason why NILA consultancy had to refund. Right. So somebody said faulty goods. That's correct. Right. So faulty goods. Right. Why? What else? What is another reason why one company might have to refund the customer? Apart from faulty goods, maybe they just overcharge them. Right. So overcharge. Right. Wrong goods sent. Yeah. Wrong goods sent. Yeah, sorry, not lining up. The paper itself actually kind of came a bit wavy, so it's not really seeming that great. Right. Anybody else? Anything else? Any other reasons why a company might have to pay a refund? Faulty goods, overcharge customer, wrong goods sent, wrong size, wrong color, wrong type, the amount they should receive. Okay. Wrong amount sent. Afternoon. What paper? This is the May 2023. We're doing cash book. Okay, yeah. The buyer returned the goods. Sorry, what? Dog. Right. Buyer returned the goods. For whatever reason, needed to be refunded. Right now, of course, that presupposes that the buyer already paid for the goods, right? Most cases here, when they talk about this stuff on return, oh, thanks, Bree, very much. Yeah, it's a credit transaction, but it can happen, right? You can have a customer pay for goods and then say, hey, you know what? I don't want this anymore for whatever reason, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then lastly, calculate the yearly interest that NILA consultancy services would have to pay for the bank loan shown on 10th of April 2023. Right. So the 10th of April here. All right. So it's 12%. So how do we find the yearly interest? You simply multiply the percentage interest rate by the loan amount, principal by rate by time, right? So 12% of 60,000, which is 7,200. Shada. Shada, what who recommended the lecturer? Sorry, who recommended my videos? The lecturer or somebody else? All right. Yeah, guys. So I think we have a couple more little pieces to do here. But in class, people, are we okay with the sorry, what's on the screen currently for this question? All right, okay. And Google Meet, just give me an XG for what we did since the last time I asked you. Please and thanks. That's this bit. Let me actually maximize it so we can see the whole thing, right? All right, this is everything we did since the last time. Right? Of course, you need me to re-explain anything in me and R, and if you could tell me specifically what that is, that would be great. Okay, so that's 6 out of 8. Okay, so two people jump out, boy? Who's that way? Vanda. Okay, well, they're ready. Okay, cool. Now it says calculate the balances. Re-explain the last one? Yeah, sure. Right, so the yearly interest that NILA Consultancy Services will have to pay for the bank loan shown on the 10th of April 2023. Right. Right. So the bank loan here says it's a 12% bank loan. The 12% is the annual interest rate, the interest rate per year, and the amount of money that came in from the from the loan, the bank loan was 60,000. So we borrowed 60,000 at an interest rate rather of 12% per year or per annum. So all we have to do is multiply the interest rate by the principal, and we have the interest amount. All right. So hope that helps. Let me know if you're okay with it. All right. All right, yeah, no problem. Happy to help. Okay, cool. So calculate the balances in the cash book for 1st of May 2023. State whether they would be debit or credit balances. All right, so okay, so we had to go back to the actual cash book itself then. So let's put this down, maximize this. Right, so how do we find the balances again? We have to add up. So let's do one at a time, right? So they're asking specifically for the cash. Yeah, for the balances in the cash column and the bank column, right? On 1st May, so the information here is clearly for the month of April, right? So what we have to do is calculate the balance, right? So if we add 450 to 16,000, we get 16,000. Oh, that's going the wrong way. I would. How do I change that way? I'm not even sure. Okay, all right. Hold on, let me. So we're gonna go here. All right, so 16,450. Sorry, one sec. Right, so 16,450 is the total there. And right, let's carry this across here now. On this side, we only have 14,005, right? All right, cool. So of course, the balance would be carried on from this side. So the difference there, you'll take 16,450 and subtract 14,500. So normally that would be what? That would be a 2,000 minus a 50 is 1950. Right, so that'd be a 1950. So 1,950, and it's a debit balance, right? And we know it's a debit balance because the debit side has more on it than does the credit side. Oh, thanks everybody who shared the live. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What was I saying again? Right. So there's a debit balance in the bank column. Now, sorry, the cash column. My bad. Now for bank, rather expand that, right? So 20 and 60 is 80. That's 325, 339, 500, right? And my head blocking? No, okay, right. So, okay, a little more maths here. So 58, 11, 8, 29, 8, 49, 8, 50, 51, 4, 51, 650. Right, so clearly now we simply have to find the difference between 339,500 and 51,650. Of course, if anybody do any maths and my maths wrong, let me know, please and thanks. I don't want to give people wrong information. Right, okay, cool. So 339,500 minus 51,650. Oops, hold on. No, all right, cool. 287,850, and that's also a debit balance. 287,850. All right, so simple balancing off. All right, so 287,850. I really thought it would have given us a credit balance, just to kind of keep with the trend of what you call it, overdrafts appearing. Right, so calculate the credit balances in the cash book for May 1st, 2023. Debit or credit. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Right. Oh my God. All right. Cool. All right. Google Meet. I know I just asked you, but just give me a quick G if you're good with the balances, fees and tax. All right. In class, people, we okay with the balances there? Any questions? Anybody? Anything? No. Okay. All right. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Let me know. Right. Okay. Cool. 6. Very good. Thanks to the follow Kate. Right. And Mr. Antisocial. All right. Scrolling down. Right, so we had to complete the following accounts in the books of Nylock Consultancy for the month of April 2023 using the information in the cash book on page 8. Close each account at the end of the month. Close or balance off. So we have K Lima and the discount allowed account to do. Okay, right. So what I want to do is, okay, I'm going to push this one on the top. The next one gone. Okay, so put that one on top. Okay, so K. All right. That's okay. Let's come out to about 150. I feel like that would be enough. Really, 6,000, right? And this one, we're gonna go back up to the page. Let's see if we can fit everything we have to fit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hold on. I need to do like a 180 or something here. Right. So we have a K Lima opening balance of 56,000. So K Lima is clearly a debtor, right? Then we are seeing a receipt from K Lima and a little discount piece here on the debit side. So that's money coming in. And then I'm saying a refund to K Lima on the credit side here, right? So the side on which those entries are on in the cash book will tell us the side that they'll be on in K Lima's account. Because if we have a debit in the cash book, in K Lima's account, the transaction will be on the credit side. If we have a transaction on the credit side in cash book, in K Lima's account, it'll be on the debit side. All right, okay, cool. So I think those are the only two transactions to put in K Lima's account. All right, the other account is the discount allowed account, and that's just a transfer of a total. Sorry. All right, so I'll give you a few minutes to sort. Go from there. $167. Show you. Really? Right, so we're doing K Lima's account and then balancing it off. Oh, okay. No. Oh. Okay, cool. That seems good to me. Right, there we go. So K Lima, right. So if this on the fourth here is a receipt for us, it means K Lima paid us. If it's on the debit side here, it would be on the credit side of K Lima's account. So on the 4th for April, hold on. Fine, right. Details. And the money went to bank, right? Okay, cool. So bank, right? And then it was $20,000, right? But we also have a 250 there. And that was to the discount, right? So on the same 4th April, discount allowed, right? Would say 250, my bad. Right. So it's not going to look very even. Sorry about that. And then we have the refund of 1,600. So it's on the credit side there. And the cash books is going to be on the debit side here. Right. And I would say bank. Right. And that's the 29th April. Okay, cool. Right. Let me maximize here and balance off. Right. So we clearly have more on this side. This is 57,600. And then, of course, this side is just 20,250. Right? So that's 37,350, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong, please do. And I will say balance. Carry down. And then balance brought down. 37,350. Right. Okay, cool. Lovely. Right. And for the discount allowed account, all we have to do is total it up. So discount allowed is on this side here. Right? Received is this side here. And it's a total of 5,250, right? So all we have to do is come across here and put 5,250. You can put CB for cash book if you want. Details total for April. Is it 2023? Yeah. And it will be on the 30th of April. Right, and then yeah, so let's do 30th April. Sorry. Balance carry down, 5,250. Right, you put your total, you can just double line it here and then bring your balance down, right? So balance brought down, 5,250. You see, right, how you do. Right. So that's kind of what it would look like. Yeah, so you see, May 2023, they brought a cash flow question, but they brought it very differently from what they regularly bring, right? And then in May 2024, cash flow made an appearance again, right? Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough time to check out the Jan 2020. Actually, we can check it out. I don't know that we'd have time to do it, right? We can maybe try a piece of it, whatever the case is. Oh, thank you, Billionaire Pumpkin. Pretty cool name, by the way. Okay, Google Meet, just give me a quick G if you guys give me these two accounts if you need me to re-explain or redo them and like Excel so they look a little better. Let me know, right? Please and thanks. And in class, people, are we okay with the 2T accounts there? For K Lima and for discount allowed. Any questions? Anybody? Anything? Questions? No? Okay. Cool. Um, much. All right, cool. Let's go. All right. So, we're still copying now? Okay, no problem. I'll give you a minute to do again. We'll see if we could just take a quick peep at the Jan 2025 question. So I did send the solutions in the chat already. If you missed it, check back in the chat. If you're still not seeing it, let me know. I had to send it to, I think, Olivia earlier. Olivia's phone apparently fell in the toilet, so we need to send back some stuff to her email. All right, cool. Right, so now we don't have too much time, so let's just see if we can get it done quickly. Right, no. Second. Hey guys, and unfortunately, I can't go past too much past 6 o'clock, even though we started late. So I do apologize for that. Right. Question papers. Sorry, my brain a little slow. Sorry, no, I like. I just a little tired. That's about it. Sorry. Okay. So I want to show you this question real quick, right? So House of Razzle Dazzle operates a clothing and accessory store. Following list of transactions occurred during October 2024. I wanted to plan out a rhyme, boy. Okay, so you have receive invoice, the cash register tape showed cash sales total and that, paid that. So it looked like cash, right? But if you receive an invoice, less trade discount, that's a credit purchase. Then you receive a credit note, that's when you do a returns out, receive an invoice for additional shelf. Now that's when you buy a non-current asset on credit. Issued an invoice so that with a trade discount as a credit sale, you return some of the shelves, credit note as a returns in, right? When you issue it, right? This is a cash book item, cash book item. So it says, sorry, label each journal, right? Record the entries in the appropriate journal. Complete the journal entries with suitable narrations, which we normally don't do because they normally say it's not required. And then balance and rule the cash book, right? So just so you know, general journal. So you have to put in some stuff here with narrations, right? So clearly you have a purchases journal, a sales journal, a returns in and a returns out journal, and then you have a sideways cash book, to do, right? So you know me, I don't really give homework because I think you'll have enough stuff going on, right? But I would encourage you to try this question. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll send you the question, right? And I did the solution already. I think I sent in the chat already. I need to do that video and put out before April is out for sure. But anyhow, we'll deal with that next time. Anyhow, but folks, yeah, again, sorry about the late start to class today. But yeah, we're gonna stop there for today. Now, when we come back, so just once again, let me just pull up my little schedule thing. Wait, where did I put it? All right, hold on. Give me 1 sec. Sorry. No. Roll calls, syllabuses. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So just for those who may have come in late or those who missed it earlier, right? So we are here, right? Next week we have class as per usual. Now next week is the last week of the term, right? So keeping things as per usual. During the Easter, same thing, right? Now the crash course is a separate thing that you'll are already doing the work I plan to do in the crash course, so you don't have to join the crash course, right? If you want to, you could, but you'll be doing work you did already. But again, it's up to you, right? You could choose to come to that instead, but again, up to you, not a problem. But I know some teachers in school gonna have kids come in, to school to finish syllabus work and to do SBAs and things. So I'm not even sure that these times gonna work out. Right now, of course, Easter Monday we have no class, so we're missing a day there. We will have class on the Wednesday. Now, when school starts back, right now, the 28th was supposed to be the first day of the term, but that's election day, so you have no school that day. But once we have no civil unrest and rioting and thing, I'll have classes per usual, right? This other stuff here, that's the emergency crash course I'm somehow planning to have, right? But what I want you all to take special note of here is that April ends here, right? The exam, as you can see, is on the 6th. So I'm planning to have double sessions with you all every day, right? In the later part of the day, 4 to 6. So basically, same time, 4 to 6, and then 6 to 8:30, right? Now, of course, Monday is English, but I mean, English finishing 11:30. So please find yourself here by 4 o'clock, right? For last 2 sessions. Right, and of course, if anybody jumping into the maths last minute, right, we start in maths. This is the maths plan here, right? Not so much a crash course, but kinda. We'll be doing as much as we could do in that time. Anyhow, guys, that's about it for today. If you have any questions you didn't get to ask during class, please feel free to WhatsApp me. All right. For the maths. Yeah, no, the question 1 from 2025, paper 2, Jan 2025, paper 2. Now, you are under no obligation to attend all or any. So what I tell students all the time is this is your exam season. If you want to do your own thing on your own time and not come to any of my classes, I'm not going to hold against you. It's your time. If you want to come to class, right? Yeah, so some people like to come in the morning, some come in the evening, whatever the case is, right? What about POB? I'll check down, get back there, Jesse, but Jesse message me now. DM. I can't fit everything. As you can see, I have advanced and going on too, but I have somebody else actually help them when the advance is wrong. So we'll see how best we could do it, right? Yeah. And then we'll talk about the multiple choice for PoA thereafter. And of course, the multiple choice for maths is the last week, but of course, they crowded them with us other stuff too. But we'll see, right? Anyhow, so yeah, guys, I'll go on there. All right, so Google Meet, I'll go on. I'll see you guys next week, Monday. Bye. YouTube, sorry. Aidan, sorry, I didn't see you, Nicholas. Let's see 2024 people, Nicholas. May or January. Carl, so what do you do when there's less cash on the debit side but more in the bank? That's the overdraft guy. All right, sorry. Anybody watching on YouTube, sorry, I don't check the the comments often. Yeah, YouTube, sorry. And I was spending Smokey too. Wow. Yeah, but you guys should always DM me, WhatsApp me, right? And